Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into something really exciting at the intersection of AI and web browser. Are you tired of manually copying data from websites, filling out the same forms, or spending hours researching online? What if you could just tell an AI agent what you need from the web and it could browse, understand, and extract the information for you? That's exactly browser use powered by LLMs like Google Gemini allow you to do. In this video, you'll learn what exactly is a browser agent, why are they so useful, what problems do they solve, and we'll walk you through a live demo showing how to use browser use library to perform certain tasks, and finally, how to set up your own browser agent using browser use and Google Gemini. Let's get started. So, what is a browser agent? Imagine combining the intelligence of a powerful language model like Gemini with the ability to interact with a web browser just like a human does. The browser agent is essentially an AI system that can navigate websites, understand the content of a web page, interact with key elements like filling out the forms or clicking on certain buttons, and also extract specific information based on your instructions. It uses the LLM as its brain to decide what actions to take in the browser to accomplish the task you give it, which is usually defined in a natural language. A cool concept, right? But why is this used? Why not just use traditional web scraping tools or do it manually, right? Well, browser agents offer several key advantages. It can handle dynamic and complex websites. Look, traditional scrapers can break easily if a website structure changes or if it relies heavily on JavaScript. Browser agents powered by LLMs can often adapt because they understand the content and the context, not just the HTML structure. Natural language instructions. Instead of writing complex code to target a specific HTML elements, which might change. You can often just tell the agent what you want in plain text, like find the top MLOps courses, automation of tedious tasks. Think about repetitive tasks like checking prices, monitoring specific information, gathering data for reports, or even summarizing articles from various sources. Browser agent can automate these workflows. Structured data extraction. As you will see in this demo, you can define a specific format for the output, and the agent will extract and structure the information accordingly. This is incredibly powerful for feeding data into other applications or the databases. Let's see a quick demo on how this works, and then we'll build it from the scratch. In the script, we are instructing the agent to check on Hacker News and show us the top 5 posts from there. So, and we're also instructing the agent to provide the output in the specific format. Each post should have a clear title, the URL of the post, the number of comments each post has, and when it is posted. Let's see this in action. So the agent has opened a web browser and it went to the Hacker News site and it is trying to fetch us the top 5 posts as we instructed in the script. Right. It has completed the task successfully. So if you see the post over there, it fetched the latest post from Hacker News and it provided the output in the format we've specified to it. It has a title, it has a URL, the number of comments it has, and it was posted, when it is posted. Right. Theory is great, but let's see this in action. We'll look at two examples using browser use library and Google Gemini model. First, let's create a virtual environment and install all the necessary libraries. Python-m, venv, venv. Once the environment is created, enable it and install the necessary libraries. Oh, looks like there is a typo. Let me correct that. Let's wait for the libraries to install. Okay, let's also update the pip version. You'll also need Google Gemini API key to connect to the Gemini models. To generate the API key, first log into Google AI Cloud and click Select Project, New Project, give it a random name and click Create. Wait for the project to be created. Select Project. Now Google to Google AI Studio, get API key, create API key, and select the project that we created just now and click Create API key in existing project. Copy the API key, go to the VS Code, create env file, .env, paste the token, and assign it to the Google API key variable. Now let's create a task and import the modules from langchain underscore Google underscore GenAI, import chat Google Generative AI. Next, import from browser use, import agent, import async.io from .env, import the load underscore .env. Now let's create an async function. Main await agent.run. So the agent runs in asynchronous mode. So we have to add the keyword await for the agent to run in asynchronous mode. Now agent equal to agent class from the browser use library, and the task we want the agent to run. Get me a list of top MLOps MLOps learning resources and models, and summarize the content with citations of the sources. Now we have defined a task. Now we have to give the function a brain. LLM equal to chat Google Generative AI, and you have to pass the model here. Again, to get the model, go to Google AI Studio, and you can click on the run settings and pick any model from the Google AI Studio. Let's pick this. Now the agent will use Google Gemini model to figure out how to search the web and pick the top ML courses and summarize the content for us. Now let's run the main function async.io.run main. That's it. Now let's run the script. Python simple task.py. Okay, we have to create the file outside of the virtual environment. Python simple task.py. Now let's see it. What's wrong now? Okay, there's a typo here. Yeah, that should fix it. We also have to load the environment variables, and we also have to install a module playwright. Now that playwright is installed, let's run the script again. See, it popped up a browser window. Here it popped up a browser window and it is trying to interact with the browser. And see, if you see it, it is trying to do the task with a simple ML prompt. You don't have to write any custom scripts. You just have to define your task in plain text and see how it is doing. Wow. You can also see the thinking behind the model in the VS Code. Let me keep the browser and also the VS Code side by side so that you can see what the model is thinking in the background. Yeah, here you can see the verbose of what the browser agent is doing. Here you can see basically the agent thought process. It is taking some time. It is compiling the task that we are given it. Went to Neptune.io, figuring out the ML course roadmap here. Let's wait for some time for the research to complete. Oh, it now logged into, sorry, browsing, sorry, it's browsing the Coursera now. Oh, it opened machine learning in production course from deep learning AI. Interesting, right? It is very simple prompt. It is doing the research for us. I think it is trying to enroll. Oh, looks like to get us information from this machine learning in production, the agent is trying to log in here. Let's see what steps it is doing in the background and what it is trying to accomplish. Now it's searching in Kaggle. Wow. Looks like it failed. Let's see what went wrong. Looks like it failed to fetch information from certain sites because they need a login. Yeah, if you see here, I'm unable to log in because I need to log into Kaggle to view the discussion. So what we can do is um, we can narrow down the search. We can do this by ignore the sources which require a login. Let's see that again. Let's run it. Let me keep it on the side and see the agent thought process. Each step it is taking, you can see out on the VS Code info. It is breaking down each step it has to do. I need to find a list of top ML courses. And you see the next goal, extract the content from search. Let's see what it has done. Now it is able to fetch some information for us by scraping the internet. There's a course from DataCamp on MLOps fundamentals. There are the book recommendations from the web, and there are a few blogs and articles and few communities that you can join to get expertise on MLOps courses. But this is like unstructured data, right? What if we want to enforce a structure on the output that we need? Let's see how we can do that. Now let's make it more interesting. We want to get a top 5 posts from Hacker News, but we want output in a specific structured format. Let's see it in action. Create one more file. For the structured output, we need uh, we need to install Pydantic. So I already have a Pydantic installed on my machine. Let's start. Import base model. Import agent and controller. We talk about controller later in the video. Import async IO and .env import load env. Let's load the environment secrets. Now let's define few Pydantic models to specify the structure of output or the data we want from for each post. For a post, we usually have a post title of type string, post URL, it's also of type string, of type string, how many comments here the post has. It will be a number and when it is posted. Hours since post. Okay. Now we have a basic model for the post. And the other class we are going to create is for the posts. Create one more class of type posts. Here's a property of posts. Contains a list of posts of type post. Now we create a controller instance. Here we specify the output structure. In our case, it will be of type it is posts. The model output should be a list of posts. Now let's define the main function. Sync and give the agent a task. Go to Hacker News, show HN, and give me the first 5 posts. Let's define the model here. Here I'm going to use Gemini 2.0 Flash. and create our agent. Give it the task, LLM model, and the controller, which controls the output format basically. Now let's store the output of the agent run. Straight dot final result. If there is some output, is equal to host dot model validate JSON. Here we are validating the result from the agent run, and let's iterate over the output. I don't want to bore you with my typing. I'll just paste the lines here. Using and corrected intention. If there is no output in the results, let's try to run this. Oh, my bad. We are not running the function yet. I think run. Let's join the main function. Hmm. Oh, I see. That's the typo here. Let's see again. Now let's see the browser agent in action again. One more typo. Sorry, guys. Okay, now let's see this in action. So we expect is our task. Go to Hacker News UHN and give me the first five posts. When we want the agent to give us the output in this structured format, let's see. Look at that perfectly structured output based on our prompt, and it also enforces the structure. So each post has a title, links to the post, and the number of comments it has, and when it is posted. This is incredibly useful for feeding data into databases or handing over the information to other APIs or other applications. So there you have it. Browser agents powered by libraries like browser use and LLMs like Gemini are a powerful new way to automate web interactions and data extraction using natural language. We have seen how they work, why they are useful for handling dynamic websites and complex tasks, and how you can get started with just a few lines of Python code to perform simple summarization or extracting structured output. The possibilities are vast, from research and data gathering to monitoring and also the automation tasks. The possibilities are vast, from researching and data gathering to monitoring and automate tasks. What tasks would you like to automate with Browser Agent? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more AI and coding content and hit the notification bell. All the code examples and links to the browser use documentation and the GitHub repo are in the description below. Thanks for watching and happy automating.